Greetings, folks, and welcome to New Comic Book Day Weekend Edition, where I pick up the books that I missed on New Comic Book Wednesday, the ones that I should have picked up on New Comic Book Day. But since there's just some days, some weeks, there's just so many doggone books, you kind of forget. And I know you should have a list, but then again, I decided I was going to prioritize which one was going to be more hot slash things that I'm more passionate about. And sometimes I just plain flat out forget. In this case, with the starting issue that I'm going to show that I'm showcasing, it's Ten of Swords Handbook. Now, the reason I picked this bad boy up, other than just for a good read later on, is because remember Strife Strike Files in the 90s? Well, Strife Strike File back in the 90s, believe it or not, had a bunch of first appearances. So I figured, what if this has a similar thing, some obscure X character that may one day be dope? So that's where the speculation portion of this came in. I was like, okay, Plus, I'm a completionist. I figured, why not just have all the Ten of Swords stuff, have it all ready. Now, I will warn you that this weekend edition also had a mail call, and you'll see. Yeah, this wasn't last week's, but this wasn't this week's book. I believe it may have been the week before, but I picked it up just because I wasn't sure when it was supposed to come out, and I didn't have it, so it had to be in my collection. Next, Jennika 2. I like it because it's an Eastman cover. I love Kevin Eastman, OG Turtle creator and artist. Art. What sold me on the books in general in the first place, Kevin Eastman. Yeah, I like him, and I like Jennika, and normally I don't really care much for woke stuff, but in this case, I'm very fascinated with this character. She's cool and tragic, but awesome all at the same time, and I love the idea that they added a tiebreaker in the team in Jennika. Different voice, different perspective, probably adds a little bit more maturity to the group, other than Leo. So freshen things up, and this is a good freshen thing up, not like Venus de Milo. So all you guys who are fans of Venus, sorry, but I didn't really care much for that one. This one I do care for. Plus her bandana's hella more dope. Yellow. And next, Red Atlantis issue 1, regular cover A. I picked up the Tim Bradstreet variant because it was so good looking, but I figured, you know what? I'll give this one a chance, even though I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, really. But Aftershock, its own thing, speculation, who knows? Aftershock might be on the rise, so it's, I gambled. The only problem about gambling, not so much the money as much as the space. It's all, I know it's just one comic book, but when you do that enough times, you just start to accumulate a pile of stuff, and you're just like, you start to get overwhelmed, and you have to figure out how to cull the herd, and I'm just not that type of person who's very good at culling anything, especially terrible at flipping at the right time. Well, I have an idea when to flip. Thing is, the idea of flipping doesn't appeal to me. I don't like customers at all. Ugh. Lonely Receiver 3. Now, this was different. The reason I didn't pick this up was because the covers that I went in, the LCSs that I went to, were beat. And I'm like, man, no way am I going to pay a $4 premium, because that's how it is, $4 or $5, for this book, and have it all wrecked and had enough spine ticks and stuff. Forget that. No way. No freaking way. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Maybe y'all are suckers and you guys could do that, but no, not me. I prefer something with a better condition, and I was just not going to settle for anything short of what I think would have been at least at minimum a 9.6. So yeah, this one was the crispiest cover. Every cover I saw this and other LCSs were just wrecked. And yeah, from my understanding, this story is getting really crazy scary. So, yeah. And an oldie but goodie, but this was from the mail. This came with a 3 Joker set that from Big Time Collectibles. So yeah, I was pretty excited about this. First appearance of Ghost Maker. I'm going to try to get the ratio variant at one point, just because, you know, even it's a cameo, still in the first appearance of Ghost Maker, and I need it in my life. You know, get it. Clown Hunter, the cover that Derek Chu did. I think I already showed that to you guys before in like months prior, but I figured I'd pre-order this with that and the 3 Jokers when it was thing. So this just happens to be a spare cover that I got, spare issue that I got. Again, sometimes patience pays off, and you know, and sometimes it, you know, being not so patient pays off too. Because if this cover ends up being a thing, I'll have a spare, which to sell and one to keep. And I have a real treat for you guys. This came in today. Yes, sir. Dark Knights Death Metal Legends of the Dark Knights 1 in 25 ratio variant cover by Kare Andrews. Yes, the same guy who did the covers for Year Zero, believe it or not, did this with the first appearance of the Robin King. And you know what? This may not be his first appearance, but Batman the Tyrannosaurus Rex, Bat Rex, in the front cover is winning. The most winning cover ever. Yes. And guess what, guys? It's slabbed. And yes, as you guys guessed it, 9.8. Yes, sir. Written by Snyder, Tinian IV, Williamson, Tomasi, Bennett, Johnson, and Ennis Story, and art by Tony Daniel, I believe, Rosmo Egel, Francavilla, and Jones art. But yeah, it's cover sick, based on just that dinosaur Batman. Who that alone, I'm a sucker for dinosaurs. So yeah, yes sir. Came in, had to flip a couple things to get this, but I needed it in my life. And I was glad to have gotten rid of the stuff that I gotten, because this didn't bring me joy. This, however, brings me the joy. So, yes, folks. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching this segment of the weekend edition of New Comic Book Day with mail call tendencies. Hope you enjoyed what I had to show off today. And yeah, till the next video. Oh, by the way, I cannot wait to show you guys when it comes in the mail. The next thing that I'm going to show you guys is freaking awesome. You guys are going to be like, Foresight. Take it easy, folks. Next time. Ciao.